Hey guys, today we're in the kitchen.
Well, I'm pretty hungry. This is food.
Hey guys, welcome to This Is Food, and we got a request for eggs.
Yes, we did.
So, we kind of figured instead of just doing eggs, we'll do a full breakfast, kind of a
Breakfast.
home
Home-style breakfast. The barnyard breakfast, essentially.
Well, not layered, but yeah.
Yeah, not layered,
Yeah,
but
not layered.
yes. So, being breakfast, wouldn't that make this the most important video of the month?
It is.
Because breakfast is the most important.
Although we're putting this on the end of the month,
Today.
so.
Save the best for last.
That's right.
So
there we go. Guys, we're going to do potatoes O'Brien, sausage and gravy,
and biscuits.
and eggs 3 ways. Which 3 ways?
We're going to do sunny side up. We're going to do over easy. And we're going to do scrambled.
That's right. And we're going to do this in the order that you need to make this breakfast in. You don't want to do eggs first, because you'll get, like, eggs take nothing. They take no time at all. They'll get cold while you're making other things. So the first thing we're going to do is potatoes O'Brien. And with that said, let's get to it.
So guys, like the title card says, potatoes O'Brien. Here is what you're going to need.
So what we're going to do with it, we're going to cube our potatoes, okay guys? We're going to do small dice or medium dice our potatoes, and we're going to boil them for just a little bit, just undercooked, okay? Just so you can kind of squish it with your fingers or with a fork. You don't want to cook them all the way, otherwise they'll turn to mush when you go to fry these potatoes, all right? While that's boiling, you'll have time to cut your onions and peppers, all right? So let's do it.
Let's get to it. Here it is.
All right, so as you saw in the video there, you want to stir it up a little bit to get that butter and that oil to kind of coat everything. But once you do that, you want to let it sit.
Yep, and it's sitting right in front of me. You might be able to hear it sizzling from that microphone.
You don't want to play with it too much. To get it to brown up, and get the nice crispy brown, you need to let it sit for a little bit. Don't just keep stirring and stirring and stirring. So while we're waiting for that to brown, we can go ahead and move on to the next step, and that would be sausage gravy. Okay. And what we're going to need to do is brown some sausage.
We do that in the microwave or on the stove, Josh? Because you can do both.
You can. We're going to do, well, no, for sausage gravy, we're going to do it on the stove.
We're going to do it on the stove?
Because everything can be done in one pot.
Really?
One pan. So let's get to it, guys. For sausage gravy, this is what you'll need. All right, so the potatoes are still working.
Yep.
But the sausage is done.
Yes, it is.
So
sausage goes quite fast.
Yeah, it does. So here's the thing, guys. You don't want to drain the grease. You don't want to get rid of the grease that the sausage has been cooking in. You want to keep that, and you're going to add flour. And you're going to kind of cook those two together for a little bit to kind of make like a faux roux in your sausage. You go ahead and dump it on in there. And just give it a stir around until you get that all cooked up. It should be kind of like a paste by the time you're done. And when you finally get it all pasty, go ahead and add milk.
Tell me when to stop.
When you add milk, you're going to put it just to the top, just over the sausage.
Like that?
Keep going. That's good.
Smell it?
So the roux you made, you're going to want to whisk that together inside with the milk and the sausage. And you want to just keep whisking it until it thickens up. It's going to thicken up. You want to keep whisking it and make sure it doesn't burn along the bottom. If you burn the milk, it's going to just taste horrible.
So now our gravy is done. So that means you're going to either take it off, and if you're going to be using it sooner, you can go and take it off now and let it cool down a little bit, but not too much. Or you can keep it on super low heat if this is going to be a while before you use it.
And like you said, super low heat. You don't want the bottom of that pan to burn. You want the bottom of that milk to burn. Otherwise, this will just taste horrendous. So the potatoes are nearly done, so let's get into eggs. And this is what you'll need.
So guys, as you can tell, we switched sides for this part.
And that's because I'm going to make our first set of eggs, and that's going to be over easy / over medium. The real difference is once you flip it, over easy you want to set for about 15 to 20 seconds. Over medium you want to set for about 30 to 35 seconds. And if you want to do over hard, you break the yolk, okay? And you let the yolk cook a little bit, so for about 45 seconds or so.
Yep.
All right, all of these we're going to today fry with bacon grease. But you can do oil, you can do butter,
yep,
whatever you want. Some kind of fat just to kind of coat the egg, yep, okay, to cook the egg in. You want what I just did there is turn on the stove. You want to get your stove to about medium-high, all right? So, over easy eggs. You're going to need 2 eggs, and you're going to want to break them right on in there, right on in the pan. And they slide around. That's nothing to worry about. They're fine the way they are. You can also season with a little salt and pepper or a little garlic powder if you want. Whatever makes you happy. Now you notice these bubbles form up in the egg. All right. I like to poke little holes in it. It ventilates it, lets some of that heat get to the top. You also get a little more egg white around the edge of the yolk. All right. I like to move that around, just to make sure it all gets evenly cooked, evenly distributed. All right, so we're about ready to flip. All right, and this can be kind of tricky because it's really easy to break these yolks, and we may even break these yolks today. I hope not, but the best way to handle it is get it by the meaty part, get it by the yolk. So you want to get up under the yolk and just gently turn it over. I got the white there, you don't want to get that. You want to get under the yolk, the fat meaty part. Flip it over. This guy's been sitting here for a little bit, so he's ready to move. As is this guy. Like I said, once you... Oh, and we broke just a tiny bit as we came off there, but that's okay. No worries. So, over medium. These are over medium, actually. You can tell by the cooked yolk, as you saw in the photo there. That's fine. If you want to do over easy, it's just the only difference between over easy and over medium is just a little bit more time for over medium, a little less time for over easy.
Yep.
So let's move on to sunny side up.
Sunny side up. So we're back to our normal positions because I'm doing the sunny side up eggs. For this, we're still using the bacon grease, but you're going to need a little bit more because you're going to cook the tops of the eggs with the grease rather than flipping it, okay?
Again, you can use fat, or any kind of fat. You can use butter, you can use oil, anything will do here.
And each one, like I said before, each one has a different flavor to it. That's just your preference. So I'm going to get a little bit more in there, actually.
And while you're getting that, I'm going to grab you a plate so you have something to put them on right away.
Yep. Gonna get that in there. Get that moved around. You're going to want that to melt pretty completely. Gotta break it up a bit here with the spoon. Actually, I'm going to move over to the spatula. So break it up a little bit. Helps it, melt faster. Okay, guys, there you see there's a lot of oil down in there. So we're going to go ahead and get our eggs ready. I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 like last time. Just going to put that right there. It's going to slide down, that's okay. Get that over there. Get the other one here. Okay. I'm going to use the spatula to kind of pull them back upward, and you'll see why in a second. These are farm fresh eggs, so they break apart a little easier. All the whites break apart a lot easier than your store-bought eggs. That's okay. I'm gonna try to move these up as high as I can in the pan. There we go. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. We're just gonna let it fry for a second on the bottom. Well, now that they've been frying, you're gonna kind of tilt the pan upwards so you can see the grease kind of goes down to the bottom here. I like to use a soup spoon personally to do this. It just grabs it easier for me. You're gonna pick up the oil and you're gonna pour it on top of the eggs. Okay, I shouldn't say oil. We're using grease, but it depends on what you're using. You're gonna pour it on top of the egg so it cooks the egg that way. You never have to flip the egg. And here we guys go. We're finishing up here. What I usually do, I get the spoon, and I kind of poke into the fatter parts to make sure they're done. See if there's any liquid, non-cooked egg pouring out, and they look pretty good there. They're pretty firm. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these eggs apart with the spatula here. Just move them one at a time over to the plate. Put it underneath it. There we go. Pull this one over here. And there we go. There's our sunny side up eggs.
Alright, finally we're going to do scrambled eggs, alright? 2 eggs. Go ahead and get yourself a bowl because you want to crack it into a bowl. Like so. And like so. Oh, got a little shell. That's alright. Just use your eggshell lid to scoop it out of there. Easy as that. Take a fork and just whip it around. And I like to whip it until it's nice and the whole thing is kind of a pale yellow. And it looks like everything's mixed. And I like to see a little bubbly on top. Just like before, we have bacon grease in the bottom of our pan already. Now, scrambled eggs don't take long. Get your egg in there. Let it sit for just a little bit while it starts to cook. Once it does that, you're going to stir. Don't chop, stir. And that's going to give it that nice, fluffy, like you get in a restaurant. And boom, we're done. Easy as that. Transfer your egg over to a plate. So there you go, guys. Hope that was educational. It looks delicious. Hopefully, it looks pretty good from the photo that we had up there. And guys, comment below. Tell us, what do you want to see us do next time? We did this because of a request, so we are listening. We're constantly listening. We're constantly doing things based on what people comment.
What do you want? We'll do it if we can.
So, you want to sign us out?
Yep. Until next time, I'm Eli.
I'm Joshua.
And this is food.
We'll see you later, guys. We hope you liked today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment because we enjoy chatting with you.
Also, check us out on Instagram and Facebook at This Is Something. All the links are below. Thanks and have a beautiful day.